This is a Rogue Media Network podcast.
Oh, hold on. Wow. Hold on, wait. I've never actually. Hold on. This is fire.
Hello.
This is my first time being like this high up for real.
Yeah, there you go.
Except for like in a plane.
Of course. But this is a nice view of Waco.
Everything is good?
Everything's good.
Okay. We're going to let CP take his picture and then we'll get started.
I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. You're good.
Hey everyone, you're listening to The Public Affair with me, Andrew G. I see someone different every episode, but do me a favor, keep it between us.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's me, Andrew G, and welcome to another exciting episode of The Public Affair. I'm so excited to be back. Thank you guys again so much for letting me take off. You guys know how to death in the family. Rest in peace to my cousin Kathy. You know what? I know that heaven's lit right now because she was the most lit person in my family. And while it was sad to go through, I know that she's in a better place. You know, and F cancer. How about that? Now listen, before we continue, I want to give you guys an opportunity to express my gratitude and say thank you so much for all this love and support that you guys continue to show me. And of course, to Brazos and Mason who are producing this episode of The Public Affair here at Rogue Media Network. And before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity real quick with my special guest to give a shout out to just a few of our sponsors of this episode of The Public Affair. This episode is brought to us by David Santabanez with Alinea Real Estate. He is the #1 sales agent in his office. That's right. He's going to help you buy a home or sell your property. If you guys don't know how to buy a house, you guys don't know how to sell your house, you don't know where to start, you don't know what the process entails, hit up my boy David Santabanez. He's going to make sure that you're involved in every single step of the process, step by step. Follow him on Facebook at David with Alinea. Call the number on the screen, darling, for all your real estate needs. Y se habla mucho español también. David, thank you so much for all you do for me on the show. I truly appreciate you, bro. Of course, to my girl Anika Armstrong at Armstrong's Bayou Cafe, serving the most authentic Creole cuisine, darling. That's right, with a wide selection of signature crab cakes, pasta, seafood, and more. I love going and making my own pasta with chicken and crawfish tails. And sometimes if I'm on big back vibes, I put shrimp in that shit too. Yeah, with the toasted point. Yes, I love it so much, you guys. Her top recommended is a separate catfish special. Basically, everything is good there. Union Hall, Union Grove, also booked for catering as well. Anika Armstrong, thank you so much for all you do for me on the show, guys. I truly appreciate you. Of course, to Blue Star RV Services with Manny Guerrero, mobile RV tech who can fix all RVs. I'm talking about travel trailers, fifth wheels, toy holidays, and so much more. Listen, he deals with warranty companies, so you guys don't have to deal with all that mess. All right, nobody wants to deal with all that. Pay him a small service fee. Him and his team are 100% reliable and knowledgeable at everything that they do. They will come to you. The RV breaks down, the food truck breaks down. We're so tired of going to the food trucks, and you guys don't have certain things made like French fries. I just want some French fries. Can we get some French fries? Blue Star RV Services, please help them. She's tired. Blue Star RV Services, Manny Guerrero, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. Of course, to our new premier brunch spot at Lucas Pizzeria, Jesse and Tanya Sotomayor, which I just indulged in last weekend, and I got so lit and I got so full, and it was so great. The vibes were fantastic at 3125 Bell Mead Drive. Their family-friendly restaurant offering the best brunch in town. You can get it from, listen, I'm talking about bottomless mimosas. I'm talking about French toast. I'm talking about some eggs Benedict. Hello. I'm talking about some hash brown skillets. Brunches for Thursdays to Mondays, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And you can catch their dinner like New York style pizzas and fettuccine Alfredo Fridays and Saturdays from 3 p.m. to 8 p.m. Lucas Pizzeria, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, I'm not going to go on without thanking my boy Jeff Davis, the Texas car plug at University Mazda Kia. Hit him up to get the best deal on a brand new or pre-owned vehicle. No credit, bad credit, whatever your credit's crediting, it doesn't even matter. He's going to make sure that you're rolling off the lot with a smile from ear to ear because he's truly the best at what he does. Jeff Davis, I truly appreciate you so much. If you guys need an honest car salesman that's easy to get along with, that is a little bit easy on the eyes as well, get with my boy Jeff Davis. Jeff, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. All right, guys. Like I said, I'm super excited to be doing this next. I don't know why they look bored. You know what? You know what's crazy is that they're over here sitting here and they look bored as shit. All right. No, yes they do. And they called me. I was letting
you lock in off the sponsors. First of all, shout out. Excuse me. This is water, by the way.
Hello.
Guys.
But you bought the Hennessy. What are you doing with
the Henny is on deck.
Why
this is water.
Why is the Hennessy not on camera? Excuse me, DP.
I'm just waiting on it.
I'm a tequila guy. BT Dub.
Okay.
He's drinking water.
I'm a mimosa.
I'm drinking
person.
water.
Hello. Okay. Listen. Okay, guys. Without further
shout out to sponsors.
Shout out to the sponsors. Hello. And I just want to take this opportunity to welcome my next guest onto The Public Affair. They are content creators. They're entrepreneurs in their own right. They do a bunch of other things, and you've probably seen their videos all over social media, being all funny and lewd and crude, and I'm here for it. They slid in my DMs. Like, can we come on the podcast? I said, absolutely, because I love collaborating with content creators. I'm so happy and grateful to welcome Demarcus Phillips and Chris Parker, aka CP and Demarcus. Can I call you DP? Do people call you DP?
Nah, they call me.
I think DP is like hot. I think that's what you should go for.
When I was a kid, I was DDP.
Okay.
Diamond Dallas Page.
Shout out Diamond Dallas Page.
Yeah,
what's up, boy?
But why don't we not call you DP? Wouldn't DP be such a great if we called him DP? You know, it's like a double entendre, double penetration, and Demarcus Phillips. Because you guys are double penetrate. Like, you don't penetrate. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well, look,
well,
listen.
maybe not. We don't.
That's a
penetrate
Marxx
the same.
question.
Yeah, well, we can save that for later, Demarcus.
Yeah,
I'm
we'll
sorry.
say that for next.
No, I'm CP.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna talk some shit right now.
Yeah. I'm very aware. It's all great.
You know, I'm gonna talk some shit right now. Never have I ever, in the going on 5 years that I've been doing this podcast, been sent a list of notes and questions to reference on the show so he could feel prepared. I saw that paragraph message and I pressed delete. You know, I
sent the paragraph?
Hello, don't play with me. I have the receipts right here. Demarcus, don't play with me.
This is what I sent.
Hold on. Yeah,
the questions we were talking about. Like,
yeah, go ahead. Because I didn't read them.
If
so
we
please
go on a
don't.
podcast tour, what questions would we be asking?
Right.
I kind of made note of it, so you know.
The podcast, like I'm new. You know what I mean? Like I don't know what I'm doing. Hello, and you know what? I didn't read. I'm not gonna lie, because I did. I replied, and I said, if you don't put that shit up,
he said, man,
no, I didn't skim through it. As soon as I saw, first of all, when people send me messages that long, I say, oh hell no. You know what I mean? And then when he said, here's just some, I read, here's some questions you can ask us. I was like, bye. Bye. Do you know who you're talking to?
Are you prepared? Look.
Do you know who you're talking to?
Look, is this camera on me?
That's you right there. Yeah.
I was just trying to be prepared.
Okay.
I was just trying to be prepared.
Are you trying to say that I was unprepared?
I was trying to be prepared.
But no, that was a yes or no question. Are you saying that I was unprepared?
No, I knew you were going to be prepared. I just want to be prepared.
Do you have the Hennessy?
Oh, you're trying to.
Okay. Well,
go ahead and get
why
started,
don't we
man.
take a shot real quick? No, and Demarcus, that was cute though. That was cute. So
thank you. I like that.
Thank you for looking out. How about that? I appreciate it.
all right.
I would love to hire you at one point to be my my note taker because I do need that person.
They get it.
No, I do. I need somebody to take my notes.
Might need some cuts. We're going to take shots.
Marxx is the guy.
He's skipping. Okay. Listen.
Where's your cup?
It's right here, but Demarcus didn't want to pour me
yeah,
things because he's mad. He's mad at me right now, so we have to skip it.
Marxx is
Demarcus, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Can I waterfall it?
You can.
Yeah.
I need a cup. Where's
You got to ask Brazos.
Okay, we'll get a cup here in a second.
Shout out,
Listen,
Brazos.
thank you guys so much for coming.
Appreciate it.
You know, I got a chance to see some of y'all's content, and you have to say, you know, you guys do a lot of really great things, funny things. I think it's fair to say, or, you know, it wouldn't do the interview justice to say that you guys are related with the folks of Rdcworld. Is that correct?
Shout out RDC.
I've never met any. Well, I've met Mark Phillips once, but I was super tanked at the Waco Awards when I met him.
Oh, damn.
And all my friends know those people, and I think they do phenomenal work. You know, I wonder, do you guys think sometimes that, you know, with being, you know, I guess related to them, that's your brother, correct? If I'm not mistaken. Yeah. And so, do you guys think sometimes that puts y'all in the shadows sometimes, or do you think that it's kind of like mutual grounds?
Well,
I'm in a waterfall.
I don't feel like it is more necessary like in the shadow. It's kind of different for us because we're. I'll look at them as family first.
Oh, sure.
And as far as like the content, did I Henny?
No, thank you. Well, shout out to Timo who gave me my first shot of Hennessy on episode 1.
Hey, shout out Timo.
And thank you, DP for keeping the tradition.
Appreciate
alive.
you, DP. Shout out DP.
Shout out DP. Is that what you were saying?
But no. I don't personally feel like
Yeah.
We're in the shadows of them because I look at them as family.
Yeah.
And plus when it comes to like content, we've all been doing this for so long
Right.
now. And
Demarcus, what's your take?
Definitely not.
Yeah.
In the shadows, never, because we always there. I guess if you think of it like in anime terms, since I'm rocking some anime gear, if you want to say like in the shadows, in the anime sense, I can say because we kind of are, you know, would I say self-proclaimed, or we kind of got that title of being like the villains.
we definitely
The villains.
So-
Why the villains?
Just our takes on stuff. Like you seen the content, like
Yes. I saw
a
something
lot-
about being a Coke roommate or something like that.
Yeah.
Shout out to all my roommates out there. I love y'all so much.
I was gonna say, were you
I
talking
love
about
y'all so
somebody
much.
specific? Were you
Thank
making fun of somebody specific?
No. So like, it wasn't anybody in specific.
Yeah.
But the mannerisms was of somebody that I've ran into before.
Sure. I got you. You know, I have a question for you guys because obviously, you know, with the RDC people, they're doing fantastic, right? And you know, they're busy at the BET Awards and they're getting invited to all the parties and the dinners. You know what I mean? But people have the thought in their head that when you're from this town, you cannot make it. But they're from this town. You guys are all from this town, right?
I'm not from here. I'm from San Diego.
Okay.
But I've been out here for a minute since 2010, 09. I'm a whole citizen at this
So
point.
you're
I got
from
my
here.
Waco citizenship.
Yeah,
now,
hello.
you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So yeah, I've never had that thought of not making it out of anywhere.
Yeah.
being from another place and moving from California to here, I think it's just more so like a mindset type of thing, because the people back home in California are saying the same thing of people in Waco.
Sure.
I need to get out of this city. I need to get out of here to this, down, the third. You got to get like your reality in check first before you move anywhere.
And
otherwise,
didn't you used to live in one of those big cities? Isn't it fucking terrible?
Yeah.
Isn't it terrible? The parking's expensive. There's always traffic.
All the time. Yeah. Waco's actually starting to become that way a little bit.
A little bit.
For real.
It really is, yeah.
Shout out Chip and Joanne, though. Y'all turned up.
But Demarcus, I wonder, I really want to get your perspective on that, because, watching, like your brother and the troop or the group, make it, you know what I mean, and go and do big things and everything like that. I wonder, does that change your perspective, or did you think there was no hope in the beginning?
Nah, I always knew there was hope.
Yeah.
And then just talking, me and my brother, we kind of have like the same type of mindset.
Yeah.
So when he was coming up in his content, shout out to my cousin right here. I wouldn't even have got into content if it wasn't for him.
CP's a character.
So when he brought the content idea to me, I was confused. And me and my brother talked all the time. We always just go to the gym.
Sure.
So I called him. I was coming home from college. I was like, man, I got to talk to you. So I'm talking to him. I'm like, man, CP got me doing the content stuff. I'm kind of confused. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm doing content too. And that was my first time learning that he was doing it as well.
Okay.
We kind of had a conversation from there. So
Yeah.
I always knew I'd be able to make it. I never had that belief that we're in small Waco or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
But then when I saw them elevate, even when we elevated at the beginning, I'm pretty sure we'll get to that.
Yeah.
When I saw them elevate, I was like, he's my little brother, but that's my idol.
Yeah,
you know?
definitely.
So,
I think that's so fantastic too. I think that is so great. You know what? First of all, CP, do you want to trade glasses? Because I really like your glasses.
Shout out Dr. Zhivago, man. I love you, boy.
But they're like bifocals, and I was just
I
want to try them.
I love everybody. I'm
Do you here? Let's trade. I have Nikes. Let's just see what they're like real quick. Yeah. It's okay. I'm not. You're not gonna get anything from my sweat.
No,
you gave me the Hennessy. I'm fucking sweating over here. Hold on.
That's not me. That's fine.
It's okay. Let me see.
Okay.
Bro, you have to get a screwdriver, and Do they look? Oh hell no. What do you guys think?
They fit.
Do they fit?
I feel like my face is too big.
Am I giving Harry Potter?
Them clean?
Nah,
Are they for real?
I'm not gonna lie.
They look fresh though, right? Don't play with me.
Yeah, you may have to
okay.
copy
So
some
I
aviators.
hello.
I
Okay.
can't lie.
Yeah, you guys have all the content creating money, so you can get me some aviators. How about that? Okay. Why the decision for you guys to jump into content creating?
Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So,
Yeah.
well, first of all, we've been doing content creation since 2013.
Okay.
Well, it's when I got him involved in it.
Yeah.
But I've always wanted to, before it was called content.
Yeah.
So before we moved out here, when YouTube, and back in 2005, by the way, I'm 33 years old. So
I'm
just to
33 too. Don't play with me.
Oh, okay. Just to give you guys some context. So back in 2005, when YouTube was becoming like bigger.
It was popping.
Yeah.
Doing its thing.
Me and my cousin Will, shout out Will.
Yeah.
We wanted to do what's now called parkour. It wasn't called parkour at the time. It was just people doing flips and stuff.
Yeah.
And so we started doing that. And then I've always wanted to be a comedian.
Yeah.
I've always been the funny person in the family. We started doing our own version of Cops parodies.
Yeah.
From there, it stopped. I moved to Waco in 2009, 2010. Got my heart broke.
Oh.
And that's what inspired me to wanted to do not necessarily content creation, but just something in general. It was more so of like, I got a lot of talent.
Yeah.
I'm letting these things go. Let's do something.
What did he do to break your heart?
What did she do? She know what she did.
Why is she gonna do that for?
Well, now that I'm older, it's all part of the process.
Part of the grand schemes of things.
Yeah,
Everything
it's all part
happens
of the
for a
process.
reason.
Shout out
Hello.
to you.
Yes. Now,
But,
DP, I know you're not single over there.
No.
Yeah. Is she hot?
Yeah.
She is hot?
Yeah,
Shout
for
out
sure.
to her.
Yeah,
Shout out his queen.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, she should have came. We could have drank Hennessy shots together.
Nah, she's at a baseball game.
Okay, I'll take her to brunch. How about that?
Yeah.
Okay. But anyway, you were saying.
But yeah, so
I'll teach her.
it actually started off as a clothing line. It was
okay.
supposed to be a clothing line.
Yeah.
But then so I came to him and I said, hey, we should start doing something. We should do this clothing line. But then the question came, well, who's going to buy the clothes?
Yeah.
Oh, well, damn. Well, let's start doing videos and we can get the attention from the videos of people to come buy the merch.
Oh, bad.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And then, another question rose. Well, who's going to watch the videos?
Right.
Okay, well, there at the time, Waco was very dry on the party scene.
Okay.
So we decided, well, let's start throwing parties to get attention towards our name.
Okay.
And then we can take the people from the parties to watch the videos, to like push it out. So I had an idea of something, didn't really understand like all the ins and outs of it.
What year was the parties?
2013?
Was I at those
when the first one
parties?
started.
Maybe that's where I've seen you before.
It could have been.
Yeah,
Maybe I
so-
was in the bathroom with somebody I wasn't supposed to be in the bathroom with.
Maybe.
That's that in 2013. That's what I was doing. I'm not gonna lie. I was in
The parties
bathrooms,
didn't really start taking off till what, 14?
14.
Yeah,
Okay.
it took a whole year.
That's right.
But
Okay.
it was a mixture of me doing it in the past and stopping it, getting my heart broke, and then wanting to start it up back again. Like, hey, why did I stop? Because I'll tell myself, why did I stop?
Yeah.
Doing that.
In
or
the name of
whatever.
love, it's nothing wrong with that.
And then, so I came to him and my homeboy Ray. Shout out Ray. He should be here right now, but he's not. And we inside of his outside of his apartment. It's like 2 a.m, and I'm just talking to him like with the whole layout.
Yeah.
Of here's what we should do. We should do this and then this and then this and then this. And he was with it. And
Okay.
shout out Ray. Ray's like the more level-headed one of the
Yeah.
group.
Hello, Ray. Hello.
So Ray was the one who was just like, I understand what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm not against it, but that's a long shot.
Sure.
And I need to make sure my reality is taken care of.
Right.
And this right now, what you're saying is a dream, which I didn't understand at the time, but
You see it now.
I see it now. But I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
I see what you're
I
saying.
have a question about that in a second too. But go
And
ahead,
then so from there, he went on to go to the military, to the Air Force.
Okay.
And we went on to do the content thing, and it took a long time.
Right.
But eventually, we started getting traction within that next year. We were going to Austin doing interviews.
Yeah.
And the party started turning up. And somehow we just deviated from the clothing line. I don't know how.
I think we just wore them. We never sold any.
Yeah, we ended up wearing them.
But
But
isn't selling clothes a chore? I hated selling T-shirts. That's why I only sold 2 rounds of T-shirts. I can't stand selling shit. Like it's
dude, it's so.
it drives me. No, then you have to take the shirts to people. You know what I mean? You have to deliver them. It's crazy. I couldn't do it. I was. That's why y'all haven't had shirts in a while. I'm not gonna lie. That's why y'all haven't had shirts in a whole hot fucking minute. I can't deal with it. Are you as involved in the actual video, or are you more behind the scenes?
In the beginning, I was behind the scenes because I was the cameraman. So when he came to me originally, I was like, well, what do you... He showed me his concept.
Yeah.
Told me everything I was down with. I was like, okay, what do you want me to do?
Right.
And he was like, I just need you to learn how to edit.
Okay.
I was like, I knew I was good at computers. I've been good at computers since I was little.
Since you were
So
little.
I was
Okay.
like, I could do that. So we learned together. He kind of like, okay, let's do this. Let's
Yeah,
download this. Allegedly, maybe we had Adobe After Effects for free. Allegedly. So I learned how to use that software. So that's kind of how I got into it. So I
Sure.
was behind the scenes at first until we got into skits, and it was
I just got
me and
that.
him.
I'm so slow. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Go ahead. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. You know.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Hello. No. Okay. So I guess when I watch y'all's content, right, or when I watch content creators, period, and when I think of content creators, of course, I think of like the Rdcworld. I think of you guys, Sean Griffin. I think of him as well. All these people. Well, how do y'all write your scripts for that? And is that the reason why you sent me a script?
I think so. For me, my answer's gonna be different. Mine's gonna be
Okay.
different.
No. Yeah, I guess. How do you come up with the concept of a video like, "Ooh, I bet this is going to be really funny"? Like, the code writer. Are you having sex with yourself in one of them? Not masturbating, but you were like pretending to smash the video. I did my homework.
RPG.
CP. Yes,
He
you
did. That's
Yes, I
crazy.
did.
Shout out to that video.
Does it give you a different perspective? I
Wow.
was preparing. Go ahead. Look, he's impressed.
This is my second in-person interview ever.
Okay. Is it the best?
So far, yeah.
Yeah.
Thank God. Okay. Go ahead.
But well, for me, I have ADHD, so my brain is always on the go.
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
And that specific video, I actually came up with the concept in 2016, and I've just been sitting on it. I've always thought it was a funny video, like a concept, but I've never really knew how to go about it. Over time, since TikTok and Instagram has these apps that can allow you to edit easier, it makes it much easier.
Most definitely.
So like when he was saying I asked him to edit, I was still learning how to edit as well. But back then, trying to put all those effects on was very tedious.
Yeah, sure.
So, but that specific concept is very old. But
So it just sits in
come
your
up with
mind.
the idea, I'm always
Okay.
thinking about just crazy ideas and shit. And that's.
It looks like DP to me like writes out a whole. Can I call you that? Is that okay?
That's
I don't
fine.
want you to be mad at me,
for
please.
the pod.
Just for the podcast.
For the pod,
I'm
we'll do it for the
trademarking.
pod.
You know that's gonna be your new nickname. Hello, and I'm trademarking that. I just
Well,
want.
my nickname came. We'll get to it.
Yeah, I just want. I
It
want
came
residuals when you know.
Hurry up.
When you blow up a. No. Okay.
Pour yourself.
I got a cup. I took a shot.
Here you go. Take mine.
I'm just gonna drink my water. I have to sit at university's graduation after this, and it's hot as Hades.
Oh jeez. Not off the Hendo. Yeah, we're good.
I'll take another one.
Okay, can I take one after you? Okay, hello. And then you can tell me about the stories that you write for your thing, because I'm sure he has like a whole beginning, middle, end. I'm sure there's like a plot twist when he's doing the 1 minute video. Go ahead.
Always. That's why I think me and my brother are more alike than what we even know now that he's where he is. But for me, when it came to like creating videos and stuff like that, I was behind the scenes, like I said at the beginning. When I had the idea, hey, we should probably do skits, because we were so embedded into doing interviews and parties. I was like, hey, we should do skits. Instagram is starting to become like Vine. Yeah. They're making videos. Like we should make some videos. So my first video I made, I didn't really write a script to it. I eventually got to scripting. Yeah. But just being from Waco, you know how it is. Everybody's always roasting. And I got to Waco 7th grade. So it was like a culture shock for me. Yeah, yeah. So I remember saying, like, what am I going to make that's going to be funny? So I saw a Floyd Mayweather interview. Okay. And his interview style was weird. Like, he didn't answer the questions. He was kind of like vague. Okay. Like, went around it. Yeah. So I thought it was funny just watching that style of interview. And I was like, I'm going to just make a roasting video in an interview form. And I kind of just did it that way. But after that, I was more detailed in like writing. I even got into rap a little bit. I never released anything. I never released anything.
Wrong with that.
I forgot about that era.
Remember? Okay. Were you all right? Were you like...
I don't know. He was I just wrote it. I was just writing.
I love him.
You know, do you know, fun fact, since you admitted that, I've always wanted to record a pop EP. I can't sing for worth a damn. I cannot. I'm telling the songs.
I've always wanted one hit. I want.
Just that one hit.
One hit.
Yeah. I just want that Paris Hilton hit. Yeah.
No, not Paris Hilton. What's old dude? But you didn't have to cut me off.
Oh, yeah.
He made that one song and dipped.
And now he doesn't have to work for the rest of his life. Isn't it great?
Shout out Doechii. Yeah, I like that song too.
She did do that.
Yeah, the anxiety track.
Let me ask you guys a question though too, because like a lot of people, content creating is becoming a thing where everybody wants to, dip their feet in it. It's becoming an inspiring thing for people, and they feel like they get their first million, and then they can quit their job, right? Like then they're done, they made it, blah blah blah. Can we talk about just like the real nightmare behind content creating and how it takes more than that 1 million view, right?
Yeah. It used to be. And don't get me it used to be if you had 1 million 10 years ago, you could quit your job.
And you were the shit. Okay.
But since content creation is so big now, it's more monetized. It's more of a business. Yeah. So that means corporations and everybody got their hands in it now. Right. And when basically everybody's in it, so they deduct money from it, or you can't really get as much revenue from it. Just Instagram, for example, when Instagram first came out, if you had 15 followers and you post a picture, all 15 of them will see that photo. Right. Nowadays, if you have 15 followers, you post a picture, Instagram is only going to show 2 of them. Right. And if those 2 people interact with it, they'll show it with 2 more people, 3 people of your own followers. He's so smart. They have that on the bottom right. Smart. Yeah. It will say boost post. Yeah. And they want you to pay for them to send for your own followers who follow you to see all your...
If you ever notice, like Facebook is a perfect example, because I'm old, so that's my biggest following, right? It's Facebook. It needs to be TikTok, I know. But like I always say, post something. I tell my friends, post something on your personal page and then post the same thing on your business page. And you're going to see on your personal page, you get a lot more traction than you do on the business page, because on the business page, they want you to boost the post. They want you. And you know who taught me that? My old radio colleague, Chrissy, taught me that.
Shout out, Chris.
Chrissy from formerly Power 108. I don't know what it is right now. Something about country. But they changed. I'm not saying it's because I left. No, the algorithms are crazy.
That's to answer your question. Yes. That's one of the many tedious things about it. You gotta know how algorithms work. You gotta know how what people interests is. Yeah. You gotta understand that people's mindset nowadays is at the span. Their mindset is at their attention span. I'm sorry.
Yeah. There you go. I'm getting brains and brawn over here.
It's like the size of a pea. Yeah. And so you have to utilize, understand that. And we're not even on the brand portion of the content creation yet.
For sure.
Just creating content, putting it out, the repetitions you have to do. And just because you're working hard at it don't mean you're going to get the results either.
Absolutely.
So you got to go in with a strong mindset.
Right. And would you agree or disagree that it's really the brands and the sponsorship that pays? I mean, is it more the views? Because let me tell you something. YouTube. Well, hold on a second, because it's a little bit shady, right? while y'all think I was making money off somebody's episodes or whatever. Yeah. YouTube, them checks ain't shit.
Neither is TikTok.
Yeah,
by the way.
those checks are not shit. I don't know why y'all think as soon as you get 1,000 subscribers,
It's because it used to be that way.
It used to be that way, but now we live in 2025, and them checks. As a matter of fact, fun fact, and I won't say any more about it. I demonetized the page because I was like, it's not even worth it.
You can get more.
I demonetized the page. I was like, y'all can keep your $18. That was crazy.
Now, 10 years ago, in 2013. Oh no, wait, my bad. 10 years ago was 2015. Oh my gosh.
It was jumping.
So what's that? 12 years?
It was a long. Stop showing our age, please.
2013. When we got our first 20,000 views on YouTube.
Yeah.
We thought we was paid for real.
There you go.
At the time, like you had 20,000 views, they'll pay you a smooth 10 bands type of deal.
Okay.
Nowadays,
where's my 10 bands?
20,000 views. Nowadays, you're getting $10.
Yeah.
Like you're not getting 10 bands.
So Demarcus, I'm right in that aspect, correct?
Yeah.
Because I went to a whole career day and told that to the kids.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I wanted, they want to do that, and I'm like, listen, YouTube, that little $18 check that they sent me, I was like,
I think what pays the most right now is, in my opinion, Facebook. Facebook pays pretty well.
I haven't gotten a check from them either.
What? Wow.
Well, I don't really post much on Facebook.
Well,
you can get a bag on Facebook.
Can I? Do you think I can? Because I post a shit ton on Facebook. I feel like I live on Facebook.
Especially, and they really reward long videos too.
Okay.
So you get paid more if you go live and do long form videos.
Yeah. I'm barely dipping my toes in TikTok a little bit more. I'm at home making just at home like little videos, but that are like relatable. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't go to bed. Or I don't go out past 8 p.m. or, fuck this bitch. Like, things like that. You know what I mean? So, is that a good step in the right direction? You think?
TikTok is a really good place to cultivate a fan base.
It is. And I would say, since you already make your content, just clip it. Just clip something funny that you said, that your guest say, that your guests say.
That your guest.
And then just post it on there.
I got you.
Add the words on there and just post it on there.
Okay. Thank you for that advice. No, I do. And I'm trying to like figure, because, I need to be a little bit more like active on the social medias, you know what I mean? Because I'll tell you what, if it wasn't for the public affair, I'd be off that shit. Like I'd be like, it fucks with my mental. I can't deal with it. I'm out. You know what I mean? Listen, you guys, I want to get to know so much more, just about like your content and everything like that. This is more of the creations that you guys are creating, and what your future endeavors are. Some of the side things that you guys do. But we're gonna take a quick little break because I know that he's parched over there and needs a cup really, really bad. And when we get back, you guys, we're gonna have more. We're gonna have more of my very special guests, CP and DP, are here in the building, so make sure you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back with more of The Public Affair. Hey guys, I hope you're enjoying this exciting episode of The Public Affair. My very special guest, Demarcus, Phillips, Chris Parker, aka DPCP, are here in the building. Now, before we continue, I definitely want to use this opportunity. I'm just going to give a shout out to just a few more of our sponsors. Shout out this episode. Yes. Do you guys like when I do this part? Does it make you feel a type of way? Yes.
I like it because I do sponsor deals myself. So
hello.
To see other people do it.
I'll give you some pointers. How about that? No, you don't need my pointers. I'm sorry.
No. It's always room for improvement.
For a student of the game.
Mm-hmm.
This episode was also brought to us by Banda's Hauling Service with Julian and Banda. They rent dump trailers. You fill it up, they haul it away. They also do junk removals, tree brush removals, and they haul cars in and out of town. They're also offering roll-off dumpster services as well. I know that it's graduation season. You guys are having those big giant Mexican parties where there'd be nothing but beer bottles on the floor, and you guys don't have a dumpster. Hit up my boy Banda's Hauling Service so he can bring that dumpster to you and then pick it up tomorrow. Please, please, please do not litter. And of course, it's perfect for spring cleaning as well. And if the car breaks down and you need a tow, he is the most affordable tow business out there. Save this number on the screen. You guys are going to absolutely need it. Banda's Hauling Service. Thank you so much for being a longtime sponsor of The Public Affair. Of course, the Chefito's Kitchen with Al Gutierrez and Adriana Gutierrez. They're serving the best in Latin cuisine, including arroz con gandules, Cuban sandwiches, plátano maduro, and so much more. Countless tastes from places like Puerto Rico, Colombia, Cuba, and so much more. Chefito's Kitchen is absolutely satisfying my cravings from when I was a child, and I'm here for it. They're at Union Grove, or you can place your order online at DoorDash and Grubhub and more. And you can ask them for catering services as well. Chefito's Kitchen, thank you guys so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, to my boy Sid Rodriguez at Elite Barbershop, who's got me looking all spiffy for DP and CP. They're located on Huge Drive. You can call them on the screen to book or download the Squire app. Walk-ins are welcome as well. He has Marcus Guerrero, Chris Reyes, Santos Cordova, David Rodriguez, Isaac Chavez, Isai Reyes, Sam Ceballos, and Kayla Chapa, making you like a snackage I have for more than 250 episodes of The Public Affair. They're located at 135 North Hewitt Drive, Suite 121 in Hewitt. Elite Barbershop, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode. Oh, actually, who cut my hair for this episode was Sam Ceballos, and every time he cuts my hair, my DMs get slid in. So I'm hoping, fingers crossed. All right. And of course, to to Soko Soccer Academy with Dominic Gutierrez and Ariana Gutierrez. They offer team, small group, and individual skills training and elite skills training to make your kids superb star athletes. They offer occasional open play and indoor and outdoor leagues. Make sure you guys are following their social media at Soko Soccer Academy and Soko Sports Center. Shout out to you guys as well. I want to give a huge shout out to the Soko Soccer teams coached by my bro, Coach Mauro Maldonado, Coach Megan Chavez, Coach Jeff Knapp. You guys are truly the best. You guys are the GOAT, and those kids are not under any better direction than with you coaches. You guys are phenomenal at what you do in the public affair. Is a very proud sponsor of the Soko Soccer team. So big shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for all you do for me and the show. All right, guys, we're back with my very special guest, CP DP. I'm so happy that you're letting me call you DP. I really am, because like it's such an iconic like acronym. You don't understand. Yeah. DP can mean so many things. You know what I mean?
What I had in mind.
Have you ever DP before?
What I had in mind.
No, we're good.
Yeah.
Oh, you have done it before. Is it nice?
Oh, wait. I didn't hear the question.
No, I'm asking about DPing. Like, yeah.
It depends on which DP. When I was a kid, I sent a lot of DPs.
I don't want to do. Oh my god.
What's that? Disciplinary.
I don't want to. Yeah,
disciplinary punishment.
Okay.
Oh,
so
okay,
from Cali,
okay,
that's like
okay.
that's like a
bunch of that.
gang-related term when somebody does.
We're in two different.
And they say, "Oh, we got a DPM."
We're in two different rooms right now. Yeah. Yeah. We're just in two different rooms. You know, the content that you guys create can questionably be, you know, a little bit controversial, right? Mm-hmm. But you know, I feel like we're living in a time right now where cancel culture is very much a thing, and you know, if you're me, you don't give a damn, and I wish you would, right? But you know, for you, was there ever a time that you pushed some buttons and maybe you had to apologize for a video that you made?
I've never had to apologize for a video I've made. Mm-hmm. And for the record, never will I ever apologize for a video that I made. Yeah. But the videos that I do make, of course, with the living with my cokehead roommate, once again, shout out to the roommates. I love y'all so much.
Which one was the cokehead? Just say.
Well, the story behind that is just because a lot of people have always asked this.
Yeah, it's okay. We want the paperback version of it, though. We don't.
No. This is real deal. Okay. So, shout out my brother Chuck, my older brother Chuck. Yeah. When I was in California, he took me to my first college party.
Hello.
And we're out there at UCLA, and we were talking to these two girls, and I didn't think nothing of it, but apparently her boyfriend was there, and he was like really coked up, and dude was just spazzing.
Yeah, like spazzing. I already know.
And like the situation was already done, but for the rest of the party, he was just tripping. Like every little thing was just setting him off.
Right.
And so whenever I did the cokehead roommate, he was the first guy who came to my head.
Came to mind. Okay.
It was like, okay, I'm gonna just
the cokeheads can be physically unpredictable though. You have to be careful.
And contrary to popular belief, I don't do coke as much as those videos that I make.
I thought you were
I've tried it before.
You have tried it?
Yeah, it was lit. I'm not gonna hold you.
Can I tell you? I've never done drugs in my life. Well, excuse me, I did CBD.
You also drunk alcohol. That's one of the biggest drugs out there.
Yeah, but okay, but I feel like that's better than being a cokehead, if you ask me. And I'm not. When I drink and I get drunk, which is why I'm not doing it right now, is I get very slutty. I get very
not slutty.
I do. I get very loosey goosey, just like this.
That's how I feel with wine. I start drinking,
especially wine.
All of a sudden, I start feeling sexy out of nowhere.
Especially wine. Yeah.
What the hell?
DP, right? Don't you and the woman? You don't take her for wine tasting?
She don't drink.
Hold on. She doesn't drink.
Shout out his queen.
Shout out to her, but let me tell you something real quick. What's her name? Can we say her name?
We're gonna say she don't got social media. Now.
Okay. But shout out to your girl, honey. Let him take you wine tasting one time. Get you the driest red wine that you can find, and I promise you, I promise you. I promise you. You guys are going to go to places that you never thought you went before. It's fantastic. Yeah, but if you drink too much, you end up throwing up on the floor, and you don't want to do that.
I drink, so I
do you like? Okay, I was with somebody recently. We were playing Monopoly, and he threw up in the middle of it, and he was so drunk. I felt disgusting. Yeah. I was like, was it me? It couldn't have been. You know what I mean? I had one of those, was it me moments? You know, it was terrible. It was absolutely terrible.
Adam sipping that wine.
Yeah, wine
to do it to you.
Wine will fuck you up. I wasn't allowed to go to the wine and food festival anymore when I was on the radio because I was mixing that shit.
I want to go.
Sometimes
it's so great. You have to, and they have free food. She could eat, and then drive you home.
Yep.
But
you say free food?
They do. Well, if you get the VIP tickets, you get some free food.
Oh, off the bat.
The VIP tickets, I think you have to get like a group of 10. It's like $1,000. But still, if everybody chips in $100, it ain't shit. And all that wine you can drink with food, hello, it was the best. But then they told me I wasn't allowed to go anymore. And just funny enough, a year later, I got fired from the station. Anyway, that's different. That's a different story. It's about you guys. How about you? Was there ever something that you created where you're like, ooh, maybe I should second guess this? You know, we have to remember how powerful we are behind the mic camera. Yeah.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't say I did. I haven't made anything that I had to second guess or had to apologize about. No.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like him. We talk about it all the time.
Yeah.
We probably would have been canceled. Just
sure.
You see the friend group chat, we'll all be canceled.
Yeah.
If we would make like a podcast or something like that, I don't think I'd apologize for anything either.
Yeah.
Like anything else. I don't say anything wild.
Yeah.
So
there's only been like maybe 1 or 2 times where I've had to apologize because maybe like I was talking about somebody and it got back to them, and it was more hurtful to know that they were like a fan of the show.
Yeah.
And then for me to be making like those and you know what I mean? Like something like that. But other than that, I mean, if you're okay to call me a faggot whenever the fuck you want to, then I'm gonna say whatever I want to, bitch. Yeah. Fuck you. Yeah, the F-bomb. Yeah, every bomb is allowed on this show. I don't care anymore. No, I don't care. I spent my whole life. You got me on the fucking Hennessy's fucking me up. I spent my whole goddamn life. Okay. No, we're done. You know, hey. You guys went on a bit of a break, though. Is that correct? Or did DP go on a break and you were still doing your thing?
No. So, well, I want to answer a little bit off that last question really quick about the cancel.
Sorry, I was all over the place. Yeah.
We're also from an era, well, I do comedy, and comedy is very subjective at the end of the day. So I will never apologize for a joke, this, that, and the third.
Yeah, I agree.
And we're also come from an era where comedy back then was dark.
Everything was
we understood it was a joke. Scary Movie, Tropic Thunder, shout out Richard Pryor, just a lot of things like Rush Hour.
Thunder.
Yeah, Tropic Thunder, Rush Hour.
One of my favorites are Dave Chappelle.
You know, and like comedy back then, we understood it was a joke.
Absolutely.
You know, and like nowadays, a lot of people don't. They want to just be protected over that and stuff like that, and that's fine. But not over here on my side. Over here where I do my comedy, I'm still doing that early 2000s comedy where there is no ceiling of where I can't cross. Of course, I'm not going to do no racist, over the top type stuff. But like, if it's a joke, okay, cool.
Yeah.
And there's been people, because a lot of my videos is from Macho Man.
Okay.
And some people was in my DMs upset, but somebody from his estate, I'm not going to say his name, reached out to me and said, "Hey, we think this is hilarious."
Yeah.
Shout out to you. I ain't going to say your name.
Okay. Sure.
Even some professional wrestlers who said that they liked the video, but they understood, hey, look, we can't post this obviously because he's in the WWE and the Hall of Fame and you can't have that, but just know we rock with this over here. And I get that, but I'm not going to apologize for it.
I don't like being liked under the covers though. Like, you know how many, you know what I'm talking about? Like, you know how many people said that they just can't come on the show because it's a little bit too real. I'm like, sis, we all know that, you know, you do what you do on the side. Like, it's nothing, I'm not judging. Do you know what I mean? You see what I'm talking about?
That's that politically correct shit.
Don't come at me. I say all the things. Okay, so you know my big thing is the LGBT community because I'm the G in the LGBT.
Right.
Anyway, let me not get in trouble. I say what y'all think. Let's just put it that way.
I'll be chilling.
I'm gonna get in trouble. No, I meant to ask DP a question. You fucked me up. You fucked me. Have you found love since you got your heart broken?
Yeah, shout out my queen.
Yeah.
I love you.
You didn't want to try Kings for a second?
Nah.
DP, do you know how many people tell me I should try girls?
Have you never? Well,
no, absolutely not.
Well, but that's my thing is like I've never found attractive. I'm not attracted to like masculinity, if that makes sense. I'm attracted to femininity.
I got you. Anyway, that's that's for different. You know, okay, but you guys. I'm sorry. You guys took a break though.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So there was a time where you guys, that's where we're at, and so you guys ended up going on hiatus. Do you think that's hurtful though? And then why did you do that?
Well, shout out Marxx. Yeah. He had okay. So
I'm supposed to be calling you Marxx.
Yeah. That's what we call him Marxx. Yeah.
So call you Marxx from now on.
Yeah.
3X is not 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, DP.
They put me.
Yeah, with the wink too.
Well, I'm calling you. Oh wait, I'm not trying to get with you. I promise. I've never had a black man before. I'm not starting now. I'm scared. I'm really scared. I promise I am. Like they say, once you go black, you never go back. I'm not ready to go.
Nah.
I'm just not. Yeah.
Great.
But anyway, go ahead. Sorry. Yeah, I didn't mean to turn the episode. I'm really sorry. Go ahead.
No, you good.
So at the time when we started gaining traction, and this is very hard, and for people out there,
sure,
it's easy to get caught up in the hype. I got caught up in the hype.
Okay.
And at the time, social media was different.
Yeah.
It's not how it is now. Where, you know, back then. So I was getting recognition in lanes where I never thought I would. We just gonna say that. And I end up, you know what I mean, wasting time with groupies, just come with the territory, just being real.
I see. Okay.
And like not wanting to work. I already have like a horrible fucking work ethic. Long story short, I'm not gonna just be real.
Okay.
And like with the girls and the partying all the time and like the money and stuff like that, I didn't want to do shit. And it got to a point where like one day he'll come and be like, "Yo, see, come on, let's do this video." Nah, I'm chilling. I'm watching Lost right now. Lost go hard. Yeah. I have to catch up on Lost.
Our age is showing. You gave up content creating to watch Lost?
Well, at the time, like I never watched the show.
Yeah.
And so it had all the seasons on Netflix, so I'm binging.
Can I interject for a second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay? Do you think that because you started getting a little bit of traction, did you already think, oh, I made it, so I'm good?
At the time,
like it got to your head.
Yeah, at the time, but I didn't know it was to my head because I was lost in the wave, and I thought I was riding said wave, but I was lost in it.
Yeah,
because I was just looking at it like, I got bitches, I got money, I got clothes, we got the recognition from Austin, Dallas, and Waco. Shit, I'm good.
You're good.
Was what my actions said, but I never said that out my mouth ever.
Okay.
And
good for you though for doing that now. I think that is important. I think that's very important to say that out loud. I do because that happens. That happens. Yeah.
It does. And at the time, my brother was trying to tell me about myself.
Right.
But I felt like at the time, nobody was doing what we were doing. There were no black creators.
Okay.
There was nobody who we can say, well, he's doing it. You should. And so I rejected everything that he was saying, where it was like, it just came off as hate to me. Like, oh, well, nigga, you hating. This, that, and the third.
Most definitely.
And over time, like I said, he come in, hey, let's do this video. Nah, I ain't feel like doing it. Yo, let's do this video. Nah, I don't feel like doing it. And then eventually his actions was, I'm not just going to come around no more. And so I'm chilling, relaxing, doing nothing. And I'm realizing like, wait, what's going on? Next thing I know, everything just fell apart, so to speak.
It just stopped, yeah.
Yeah, and when it was time, when I do hit him up, it wasn't the same tune. Like, well, I'm over it type of a deal.
Okay.
And so for years, he started doing it. And shout out to Mark, because even though Mark never said out his mouth, hey, y'all should get back into this. Right. It was, hey, y'all come over here with us and come, you know what I'm saying, lock in with us, this, that, and the third. And it was from like watching them.
Okay.
Because even though we started at the same time, us and RDC, not all of us, mostly me, was focused on like women and attention, and they were focused on, their craft and shit like that.
Sure.
And so when everything was down on our part and up on their part, they didn't just look at us like, well, y'all wasted y'all time. They say, yo, come on,
this is fair to say, not to make like a generalized statement, but I think that a lot of times the people, especially from a small town like this or whatever, they're not disciplined. When look at the rappers and stuff that come up, get this big payday, and then don't know what to do with it. Like nobody is like taught. Right.
Yeah.
So then when you have all this attention going on and you get invited to the goddamn BET Awards, which Rdcworld, please just take me to one party. I just want to go to one party. And we can sign NDAs and everything, and I won't say what happened. I promise. But no. But it's true, right? Wouldn't you say it? Like you're kind of a perfect example of that. It's like nobody told you, okay, once this happens, it's just the beginning.
Yes.
Like you have. Well,
I had a general idea. Like I knew, okay, these girls are only around because we're doing XYZ. But my mindset wasn't, well, if you continue to do this, they're going to be here. I thought it was a time limit on that.
Okay.
Which kind of it is, but that just depends on how you plan on building in this world.
Yeah.
Had I would have known, well, if you stay locked in, whether they leave, somebody going to be here.
Sure.
But like at the time, it was like, well, let me go ahead and do this now before they go.
Right.
And it was like, at the end of it all, where it was nothing, it was just me and my own thoughts.
Yeah.
And it was like, well, what came from all this? You know what I mean?
Okay. Now you have to rebuild.
And then being behind the scenes with RDC, it was like, okay, hold on.
Sure.
This is...
Now with DP, though, it's a little bit different because like you ended up like going into corporate America. And doing credit and stuff like that, right? And telling us that we all can't get houses and shit. Yeah. So when you do that, right, what was it for you? Because it sounds like from the story that he's telling that you were just kind of like, I'm not fucking with you. Like, I'm moving on. Like, you didn't take this serious, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. What made you, I guess, give room for second chance?
One, we family. And this is my guy, it's my dog.
That's right.
This is my best friend. You know what I'm saying?
That
is. Whenever it was kind of like a break, at the very beginning, it was a break. Like, maybe I'm not even coming over as much. maybe not even at all. But I'm gonna come around in certain events. And like you said, shout out to RDC, because whenever they wanted us there, we came together. We had no beef, no animosity. We just kept moving forward like we was before we started making the videos.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So that's basically how I looked at it. I was just more on my end, from my perspective, I was kind of just more focused. I always had this mindset of the business mind. So I was more focused on the numbers behind the videos. Yeah. Like, again, like he came to me about the videos. I was like, once we got to a certain point, even with the parties, I was like, we can make money behind this. We started charging for our second house party. Like, I was I came with an idea. I'm like, hey, we can charge people for this.
$5 at the door.
His idea was so brilliant. Like, he set up a plan to go. He was throwing house parties all the time we were younger. At the apartment and stuff. I remember that.
Shout out to Alex.
Yeah, shout out to Alex.
I love you, girl. But you're the reason we're in this chair right now. Exactly. I swear to God.
But he was always throwing the parties, and we got to a point. I was like, all right, this is actually starting to turn into something. He came up with the idea we're going to go to all these different Baylor parties, and we went to certain parties over here, and they might have something great, maybe beer pong outside. Okay. Or we go to another party, they got the streamer lights outside. Yeah. We go to another party, and they're partying inside like it's a club. All the lights are out. They got the lights going on and just the music blasting. Yeah. He was like, we're going to take all these aspects and put them into one. We went to one party with the Baylor basketball player. She was a star at the time. We
ain't whooped her. Say her name.
We're not. Allegedly.
She ended up going to the WNBA.
Yeah.
Girl,
we destroyed them in
beat
beer
the
pong.
dog shit out of you in that damn beer pong.
The reason I bring that up is because when we went to that party, they had rooms full of games, like maybe Twister and like drinking games, and we were like, so he put all of that into one idea and put it into a party. The first party was super successful. Yeah. So then I was like, I'm always thinking about money. I said, man, we can make some money behind this. Right. So I always had that idea of let's make some money behind something. So my motivation was, you're the creative, create so we can make some money behind it. Okay. So that's basically what it was. So once it kind of slowed down, I was like, I got to make some money somehow. I got to figure it out. So we did have a conversation at one point. I was like, man, if I find something, I'm coming back. And he was like, yeah, if I find something, we all going to just come as a conglomerate. Just came back.
Yeah, I got you.
You said conglomerate?
Conglomerate.
I think you failed.
If we're talking, can I say this, please? Like, if we're talking about the same person, I asked them if they could take a picture punching me in the face, and they said no.
Wow.
The
basketball player?
Yeah. I did. I asked if they could take a picture.
What does the name letter start with?
B.
No.
Oh, okay. So we're talking about different people. Okay.
Yeah. She went to the league in a
It was a minute.
Yeah, this was like 2013 where she was at Baylor, and she went to the league, and maybe the following year, the next
year.
Something like that. Yeah.
Got you. So okay, now you guys are back in the paint, right?
Yeah.
And you guys are going
hard. Oh, nice. Back in the paint.
Hello. I told you guys, I'm with the words, okay? I'm with it. Hello. I could be in one of your skits. Yeah, if you guys, we could do the ones that you make fun of gay people. And since I'm in it, it'll be okay. Like, you guys won't get canceled. You know what I mean? Because I'm co-signing it.
I don't even have jokes against gay people. That's the crazy thing.
I have tons.
I don't even like.
That's usually how it. Cause I know a lot of black jokes and racist jokes.
Yeah, see,
racist jokes be funny though. Like, be funny. A good racist joke can be funny. Look at South Park.
Wait, you ever heard Theon? What's his name? Theon Vaughn talk.
No.
Oh, Theo.
That's
funny as hell. Shout out to Theo.
Hilarious.
You guys, I hate that we're almost running out of time, but I do have a really important question, right? And I feel like this is going to give context to why you guys are here. You were popping off in the beginning, right? You were getting invited to all the dinners, all the parties, all the, private jets, PJs, bitches, hoes, whatever. Took a break. This time things are different. What's different about this time? And can you guys recover from fucking it up the first time?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. Off the back. Now, it's different now because I always have you can always learn something. I believe there's a lesson in everything.
Yeah.
And what's different now is the discipline.
Okay.
I feel like you have discipline. There's nothing can affect you at all. Once that discipline comes, you get your foundation. Discipline first, then you build your foundation. Okay. Once you build your foundation, nothing can break through it because you have your discipline first, and then there's your foundation.
Yeah.
All the distractions and trivial shit no longer matters because, like I said, I realized what I did wrong before I got to where I'm at today, and I told myself, if I ever get to this point, it will never distract me ever again. Because now, with RDC, even though they got their own thing going, we got our own thing going over here. We're all family. At the end of the day, I want us to all be one big ass thing. So I look at it as it's way too much on the line now to fuck things up.
Most definitely.
And especially for like, you know, our younger family members and just people who inspire to do content creation.
Right.
I think now, even with like my age, I'm 33 years old. I want to show people there is no age limit on this whole content thing. You can be
whatever.
You know, just understand what your demographic is and how people operate.
Demarcus, did you look at it as a liability almost?
Not necessarily. Not necessarily a liability. I have an obsession.
Yeah.
When it comes to business.
Okay.
And it's been like that since I was in the 2nd grade. I went to a party, a friend's birthday party, and I remember his dad's name was on our football jersey. Didn't think nothing of it. But I went to his house, his birthday party. His mom's house was huge. I'm thinking we're living good. You know how it is when you're a kid. You go to the house, the first level, you can go downstairs. They had like different rooms for the kids, and you go upstairs. I was like, this is great. But that next year, he had another birthday party. He was at his dad's house. They were split.
Okay.
And I get to meet the guy whose name is on our jersey.
On the jersey, yeah.
And the house was crazy. All glass, pools everywhere. I didn't know at the time. I know now.
Yeah.
He was an older guy, gray-haired, but I saw like younger women outside at the pool with us.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, this is like, y'all got all of this. I want this too.
Yeah.
He owns a car dealership. That was his company.
Okay.
I just want to own a car dealership. Is what I said to myself all the way up past high school.
Right.
But that planted a seed in my head that I love business.
Yeah, for sure.
So it wasn't necessarily a liability. It was just a simple fact that I needed something as a business, and he gave me my first business like venture, my first business idea.
Sure.
So wasn't necessarily a liability. I just needed to find something to like grow business wise.
I'm just kind of confused as well. Oh, okay, I was gonna say, who the fuck are you texting while we're talking? This is so crazy. Are you serious? Like, are we boring you or something?
Shout out Snap.
Look at us. Okay. Listen, you guys, I appreciate, first of all, Demarcus, I appreciate you scouting for me, reaching out. I'm so happy that we took the opportunity
Shout out
to
Marxx,
do this
man.
interview. No, he did. He slid in my DMs and was like, you know, I will get on the show. And I was like, who the fuck is this? I'm sorry, I spit. That
Wait, on what? On Instagram?
It was Instagram.
IG,
See?
It was Instagram.
Lock in with Jason. Jason,
Yeah,
don't worry, Jason.
Listen,
We can lock it in, Jason. Don't worry
How,
about it.
how can my viewers find you guys? How can we look at your content? Where can we find you guys?
You can find me on Facebook, Instagram at Chris Parker or HLG_CP the Kid. On TikTok, the HLG Show, as well as YouTube.
And can I just tell you, since you want to talk about Facebook, you're acting all Hollywood and have me following you on Facebook. You didn't accept my friend request. Because I sent you a friend request and it says following. It doesn't say accepted. There's a difference.
I get like tons of friend requests.
So do
I.
So do I.
Hold on. What we're gonna do is we're gonna fact check him live.
Do it.
Can we do that?
Yeah, real quick. We got time. Go ahead.
We're gonna fact check him.
I got
live.
you right now. Hold on.
Okay, boom.
No,
I'm looking on Facebook.
Go ahead, Andrew Gomez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wait, how do I find my friends list?
Hello, I got you right here.
Find friends.
Oh, it says friends. Okay.
Oh no. Nah.
You just did it. You just accepted it. Yes, you did. I saw
nothing.
you. Okay, because it was not like that this morning.
I touched nothing. Now look at all these. I can scroll for.
I know. I'm the same way.
Oh, my bad. Come on, camera. Like,
listen, don't be trying to have your moment on me, okay?
he trying to play me.
That's a lie. You just accepted it, okay? You accepted it on the way up here when you turn around and get your ID.
Brazzers, let me get a zoom in. Don't let him lie.
Okay, Chris, my bad.
Called his ass.
Chris, you could punch me in the face one time.
I can't do that.
No, that's revenge
That'd be
revenge for me doing DP in the beginning of the episode because he was trying to send me a script of the show. Yeah. Okay. There you go. That's your revenge. I'm sorry.
Metaphor.
No, but okay. So we can find you on Chris Parker and
yes.
Okay. And Demarcus.
Yep. So for me, you can find me as Real Marxx, REAL Marxx, MARXX on most social medias: YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. What else am I on?
Yeah.
Facebook too. Yeah, y'all can catch me over there talking credit, showing y'all my lifestyle, real estate stuff like that.
I wanted to plug that in just real quick. We can hit you up to fix our fucked up credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because our credit's not crediting right now. Yes, and if you guys need some credit repair, I know a lot of y'all do because we're in the same boat. We could definitely hit you up for that as well. So definitely. I think it's so great that you have all those titles under your belt. You can fix our fucked up credit and you're really funny. So it's just so great. And Let me tell you something. You're a character. I'm here for it. I'm so for it. I feel like you're in your lane. I really wish nothing but the best for the both of you. And when you guys do get back invited, to those big giant parties and get-togethers, please just remember me. Okay, little old me over here. All right. I'm not difficult. I just want a mimosa and a table. That's
we're gonna say this. Allegedly, there was a party. Allegedly, big names there.
Yeah,
and there are people confiscating cellular devices and.
Okay.
Serving food on top of bodies.
Oh, you talking about the 50 Shades of Grey shit?
Yeah.
Why couldn't I go to that?
I didn't want to go to that.
Oh, you didn't want to go to that?
He didn't want to. I was trying to go.
Yeah. Was it who we think it all was?
We didn't get to go.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't?
No, my team said no.
I
said 50 Shades of Grey. Now, I don't care about the movie, but they said, oh, it's a bunch of like BDSM shit going on.
Okay, yeah.
I ain't into all that. However, I still want to go for the experience.
Just to see what it's like,
right?
So next time,
I want to eat grapes off of bitch
think
titties.
of me on that? Yeah, okay.
Saying.
I just want a mimosa.
My queen, I'll say that with the utmost respect.
Yes.
I just want you to understand that. I'm off the Henny right now, but still.
I had to stop drinking the Henny, otherwise I was going to slide in the other one. I don't want to do that right now because I have a graduation. Listen, no, I appreciate you guys so much for giving me the opportunity to interview you guys, and I really hope that you enjoyed the experience, and I really hope nothing but the best for your careers. Honestly, I'll be following you guys, and in the next few years, I want to see you guys back to where you were. Honestly, I want to see you guys back at the top, and if not, CP, you and I are going to have a brawl, okay?
Oh, yeah,
and
sure.
I can't fight, but you know what? I'm going to fucking try, okay? You guys, thank you so much. Real quick, any last minute shout outs or anything like that before?
Yeah, I would like to give a shout out to my mama. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my grandma. Shout out to my auntie and all my fam. I love y'all.
Oh yeah. Shout out to the same thing he said. Shout out to the fam. That's a given. Shout out to my queen and my CP voice. Yeah. And shout out to RDC, man, because
RDC, I need a collab. By the way, contrary to popular belief, they do not want to collab with me or take pictures. And I'm their cousin. I said it. They too Hollywood. You talking about too Hollywood? That's them niggas.
I heard they were nice.
Mark was nice to the public.
Mark took a picture with me. I was fucking drunk. I was so drunk.
I asked Mark how many pictures he took with me.
Okay. Well, I kind of forced them into the picture. I was kind of
maybe that's what I need to do.
I just want to show my.
You guys just jump in the picture.
My bad. Continue plugging yourself in. My fault,
fam.
Yeah,
he interrupted you. Yeah. What the fuck?
It is what it is. But anyway.
Okay.
RDC. Shout out to y'all, man. I know y'all already know it. I don't say it a lot, because I'm kind of introverted. But shout out to y'all. Y'all inspire. Not only the fam, not only the nephews, not only the world, y'all inspire me. This is the reason why I even got into content besides CP. I was like, all right, I need to lock in on this. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to y'all for it.
And I just want to take this opportunity and give a shout out to all the fake nappy bitches that want to see us all fail.
Why they got nappy? It ain't no straight hair bitches that want to see you fail?
No, it's all the nappy headed bitches. I'm so tired of you hoes. And my DMs talking your shit. No, I'm kidding.
Why y'all in these DMs?
That's not happening. I was just trying to be funny and it wasn't funny. It got dark for a second. That's called dark humor for you guys. Thank you so much for tuning into this episode of The Public Affair. I've got way more on the way. I took a little bit of a break, like I said earlier in the episode, but I'm back. Hello. And to you guys, Chris Parker, Demarcus, I appreciate you guys again so much for the opportunity to be on my podcast. And I, again, wish nothing but the best for you guys. So
appreciate it.
Much love to you guys. Much love to all of you guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Go follow them on their social medias. And I just got to give a shout out to just a few more.
Hey, lock in them sponsors.
Of this episode of The Public Affair.
Keep them lights on.
Hello. I want to give a huge shout out to Pollo Box and Audio and my boy Jeffrey Monreal, home for all your LED needs and auto accessories, installation of stereos, door speakers, and audio systems. He also specializes in building custom subwoofer enclosures and so much more. He's the reason why when you guys are in South Terrace and you hear the Britney Spears on the bass, that was fucking me. I don't give a shit. That was me. Because I'm, you guys listen to all your NBA Youngboy and shit on the bass, and you can listen to Christina Aguilera on that bass too. It works the same way. It's the same, and I'm gangster as fuck. And Pollo Box and Audio is the reason why I can do that, and Cheetah Girls. So Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for all you do for and that tint job. Nobody sees what I'm doing in that car. Jeffrey Monreal, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. Of course, the Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor, my girl Ana Limones. Call for all party decor, including beautiful balloon props, giving an extra flair to your party or event with a number of wooden backdrops, balloon decorations, and so much more. Habla mucho español. Her contact information is on the screen. Don't plan a party by yourself. Let her do it, and she's going to make sure that it's the best party. Oh, when you guys have a house party, she can make some wooden backdrops for you guys. Hello. So, Hummingbird Party backdrops and decor, thank you so much for sponsoring this episode of The Public Affair. And of course, my boy Julio Arriaga with JC Painting and Drywall LLC. Contact for all drywall and beautiful new paint for your property, both commercial and residential. His work is 100% guaranteed satisfaction and honest and true. The team is phenomenal. They truly live by their slogan, just imagine, and we can make it happen. Call today and get scheduled. Se habla español. Mi amigo Julio Arriaga, muchas gracias por todo. Agrodoso. I said it wrong. I appreciate you very much. Thank you, Julio. Thank you to all of you guys. I truly appreciate you guys tuning in. CPDP is on the rise. Make sure you guys are checking for them. And, you know, when they become famous and they get invited to those parties and you see me in the background eating strawberries off some man's body, mind your business. But don't forget to always keep it between us. That's it. Did you guys have fun? Was it fun?
Yeah, that was lit.
I know it went by fast. Are you just saying that? Are you free? Are you guys having a good time?
Yeah.
Are you sure it's fun?
Yeah, this shit is amazing.
This is definitely.
Are you impressed? I really wanted to impress you.
Yeah.
I wanted to, when you sent me that long ass thing, I was like, okay, now this guy's gonna put me to motherfucking work. Here we go. You know what I mean? So you're enjoying it.
Yeah.
Okay, let me get you a cup. Let me take a bathroom break. I'll be right back. 2 seconds. I promise.
Oh yeah,
got you.
All right.
Hey, this is dope.
This has been a Rogue Media Network production.